Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So in this video, we will learn about another data structure in Python called as dictionaries. Okay, I will cover almost all the methods available in dictionaries in only one go. So it's going to be a bit long video, around 20-25 minutes. So please bear with me. Watch it till the end to have the complete understanding of dictionaries. So let's get started. So what are dictionaries? Dictionary is a set of key value pairs. Okay, so I will tell you what do we mean by key value pairs, but before to that, we'll first see how we can create dictionaries in Python. Okay, so let's say I want to create a dictionary and name it as mydict1. I can simply use pair of curly braces to create a dictionary, or I can use a method called dict, which stands for dictionary. So now if I say type of my dict1, it will be of type dict, which stands for dictionary, and type of my dict2, it will be again of type dictionary. So this is how we create an empty dictionary. Okay, now let's say I want to create a dictionary by name mydict1 and have some values in it. So as we know that it is a set of key value pairs, now we'll have the understanding of what do we mean by key value pairs. Let's say I'm creating a dictionary like this. Name is Shankar. Okay, place, it is India. Occupation, software engineer. Okay, so now I am creating this dictionary. Again, if you check the type of the one, it will be dictionary, right? So in this variable mydict1, which is a Python dictionary, there is a spelling mistake. It should be dict1. So if you see the values in it, name Shankar, place India, occupation software engineer, right? So guys, name is one key, place is another key, occupation is another key. Name is having value Shankar, place is having value India, occupation is having value software engineer. Okay, so name, place, occupation are our keys. Shankar, India, software engineer are our values in this variable, which is of type dictionary. Okay, now let's go ahead and check the available methods for dictionary. Okay, so how we can check that? We can check like if I just type the variable name, press dot and hit tab, it will give me the list of available methods. So this is a common way to check available methods in Jupyter Notebook. Okay, so it says clear, copy, from keys, get, items. There are many available methods, so we'll go through them one by one. So clear, it will simply removes all the elements from this particular dictionary. So I will not execute this right now. I will do this towards the end of this video. So if I check the next available methods, copy, will keep it for the later section as well. Now let's look at from keys. Okay, so from keys, what it does, it creates a new dictionary. Remember this, it creates a new dictionary. So we cannot, if we just use mydict.fromkeys and execute with some values inside it, this mydict1 will not be affected because it creates a new dictionary. Okay, how it creates a new dictionary? To create a dictionary, we need key value pairs, right? So in order to do that, it takes two arguments. First one is iterable, second one is value, which is by default set to none. So if we do not specify any value, all the keys will have value as none, N-O-N-E. Okay, now let's see what do we mean by iterable first before going to this from keys method. So in Python, we already know about list, right? Lists, then we know about sets, right? Now we are learning about dictionaries, and there is something called as tuple as well in Python. I will be covering this as my next video about tuple. All these four things are called as iterables in Python. All these are iterables in Python. Okay, so what do you mean by iterables? Guys, we know that if we have a list like this, we can access individual elements, right, using the index position. 0, list 1 of 0 will give us 1, of 1 will give us 2, list 1 of 2 will give us 3, right? So similarly, we can access the elements of this list one by one without using index, using a for loop. Let's say for element in list 1, I'll say print element. Why it is saying list 1? I haven't executed this. So if I execute it now, see, we can access individual elements of this particular list. In similar way, we can access the individual elements from sets as well, dictionaries as well, and tuple as well. That's why these are all called as iterables. Hope you guys understood it. Now let's go ahead and check the definition of from keys. So it already says here it creates a new dictionary with keys from iterable, which is an argument, and values set to value. If we do not specify anything for value, all the keys will have value as none. Now since we need a iterable, let us create one iterable in the form of list. Let's call it as list of keys is equal to name. I just need the keys, right, for the first argument, name, then I'll have place, and then let's say I have occupation, right? This is my list of keys. Now if I say, since this from keys creates a new dictionary, I need to assign it to one variable, correct? So let's call it as my dict2 is equal to dict. We can either use dict or we can simply use this. Okay, so let's use dict dot from keys, and I'll say iterable. I'll pass list of keys as our iterable. If I execute it now and then check this, see, all the values of this list are placed as keys in this dictionary, but since we haven't specified any value, every key got value as none. Okay, hope this is clear. Let's say I am creating another list now, list of values. You might be thinking to provide like this. In the name, for name, let me give Shankar. For place, let me give India. For occupation, let me give software engineer. There is no wrong in thinking in that way, but from keys acts a bit different way. Let's see what I mean by that. Now values, I am setting it to list of values as my values for this particular dictionary. Now if I execute this and then check this, see, there is a surprise for you all. Each key got whole of this list as the value, right? So from keys can be used in one of the scenarios where we need to have same value for all the keys in the dictionary. So during those cases we can use from keys, okay, because it assigns same value to all the keys available in the iterable that we pass as an argument. Okay, so this is how from keys work. There is a twist in this. Let's say I am updating list of values of 0. What it gives me? It gives me Shankar, right? If I change list values of 0 to, let's say, pensec and execute it, now if I check my dict2, see, we did not change anything for the dictionary, but the change in the list of values is getting affected in the dictionary. Why? Because whatever we are passing here, right, list of values, this will be pointing to this particular variable list of values, and this list of values and the values that we pass as an argument both point to the same memory location. That's why if we change anything in this list of values, we see the change getting reflected in this particular dictionary. Okay, so what happens if I change something in list of keys? Let's say list of keys of 0, it gives us name, right? So instead of name, if I assign a value as last name, so I can do that, right? Now if I check my dict2, see, this did not get changed. So even though I gave, in place of name I gave last name, but in dictionary case it won't be changed, because this will be a separate copy. This will be, the values will be sharing the same memory location. Okay, hope that is clear. Okay, so let me see last underscore name. If you guys have doubt, I have the space in there, that's why I did not take, but it doesn't happen so, because the keys will be a separate copy, values will share the same memory location. Okay, so this is about from keys. You have to remember this particular part about values in from key. Okay, let's move on with the next available method. So this is my dict1. Let's check the next method that is available for us with dictionaries. It says get here. So this is nothing, guys, it's just simple. We can get value of any key present in the dictionary. If that key is not present, it will simply return none. Okay, we can always have the default value assigned to it if it is not present, and this default value gets triggered only when the key that we are specifying in this particular method get is not present. Okay, so let's say if I want to get value for key name, it will give me Shankar. Okay, now if I say dict1 dot get, let's say age, it's not there, right? So it returns me nothing because age is not present. It doesn't throw me any error, it simply returns nothing, it will be none. Okay, that's why we did not see any error in this. So this is about get, that's all about get. So let me go to the next available method. It says items. So this items method returns a set like object providing view on dictionaries items. So we'll see by executing this particular method. You see, it will give us the list of key value pairs, right? In dictionary, key value pairs are separated with the help of colon, right? When we use the method items on any dictionary, we will see the output as set of key value pairs. You see, name Shankar, key value, place India, again a key value, occupation software engineer, again a key and value. So these things will occur in pairs. Okay, if you want to extract the keys and values of dictionary in pairs, you can use method items. Okay, so this is how we can get the key value pairs. Let's go ahead and see the next available method in dictionary. Okay, so if I just execute dot slash, it says keys. So you might have guessed it already, it returns the keys from this particular dictionary. Okay, before executing it, let us check the method name. It returns, or it gives a view on dictionaries keys. Okay, it just returns the keys available in this particular dictionary. So if I just execute it, you will see name, place, occupation, which are all keys in this particular dictionary my dict1. Okay, name, place, occupation, name, place, occupation. So this is what keys provides us as an output. So let's go ahead and check the next available method. Keys is done. Okay, next pop. What does this pop do? It removes the specified key and returns the corresponding value. Okay, if the key is not found, D is returned if given, otherwise a key error is raised. So this D here stands for default return value. So let's say I am asking it to pop. So these are my elements in my dict1, right? Let's say I am asking to remove this occupation software engineer key value pair from it. So if I say pop, we have to pass key as an argument to pop. Removed value is equal to, because this returns us the value of this particular popped key. So if I just execute it and then check the removed value, it will say software engineer. Now if I check the contents of mydict1, occupation and software engineer key value pair will no more be present in this particular dictionary. Okay, this is about pop. But there is something called as default value, right? Let's say now I am again asking it to remove or pop the occupation key value pair. Since I have already removed occupation part, now it throws me an error because there is no key by name occupation. So it clearly says here it's a key error because this key doesn't exist in this particular dictionary. Okay. Now instead of just saying this occupation, I say something called as not found and execute it. If I check remove value, it says not found. Hope you guys got what is the need of this default value here. This is a default value. Okay. If the key is not present, the default value will be returned without any errors. But if we do not specify any default value, if the key is not present, it will throw us a key error. Okay. Hope this is clear. Now let's move ahead with next available methods. So I have two key value pairs in here. If I check the next method, I am done with pop, right? Now let's say pop item. So what does this do? Pop item. So it removes and returns some pair as a tuple but raises key error if dictionary is empty. So just like in sets, we have seen pop in sets, right? It removes some arbitrary element from the set. So just like that method, this also does the same thing. See, it popped India, place India. So it removed this particular key value pair. Now if I say mydict1 and execute it, only content is name and Shankar. Only remaining thing is this one. Okay. Now let me create a empty dictionary. Mydict3 is equal to, okay. So this is of type dict, right? Dict, right? Now if I say mydict3 dot pop item, it throws me an error because the dictionary is empty. If there are no items in dictionary, what does we mean when we call pop item on top of an empty dictionary? There is nothing to pop. That's why it throws us a key error because the dictionary is empty. So that's what the definition of pop item also says here. It raises a key error if D is empty, right? There is no default value or kind of stuff in this part. So this is about pop item. Now let's go ahead and check the next available method. So mydict1 dot, I'm done with pop item. Let's see what this set default means. So it says insert key with a value of default if key is not in the dictionary. Okay. It is used to insert a key in the dictionary. If it is not present, a default value will be set. See, insert key with a value of default if key is not in the dictionary. By default, default is none. Okay. Let's say I want to insert place. Okay. I have removed place, right? And for default, I am passing as India. Okay. Okay. So it takes no keyword arguments. I just remove it. I'll execute it. Now, if I say mydict1, it will have name, Shankar, place, India. This is the default value. Okay. Now, if I say set default and occupation, but I do not give any default value to this. So, what might have happened here? By default, the default value is none, right? So, in this case, occupation will take the value none. Okay, so this is what set default functionality is. Alright guys, so now let's go ahead with the next available method in dictionary. Set default is done. Now update. So let's see the definition of what update is. It says update D from dict or iterable E and F. So I will explain you this with two examples. Okay. Now let's say, let me create an empty dictionary. Mydict4 is equal to empty dictionary. Okay. Now I am saying mydict4 dot update. I am updating with some dictionary. So what is the dictionary? Let's say some arbitrary values, A as key and 1 as value, B as another key, 2 as value for B, C as another key, 3 as value for this. Now if I check my dict of 4, it will give me the set of key value pairs that I just used in the update method. So this is update when we are passing a dictionary to it. We can create or update the dictionary in another way as well. Let me have empty dictionary again. Now if because I executed this again, right? Let me execute this again. Now it will be an empty dict. Okay, so this is done. Now another way of updating this dict is dot update. I can pass a set of key value pairs to it. Okay, I can pass a set of key value pairs to it. Do not check this, it will be confusing. So just remember in this way. I need to pass an iterable with a set of key value pairs. Okay, iterable can be list, set. We already seen the dictionary here. It has keys and values, so it will be in this way, or tuple. Okay, so let me pass a set of key value pairs as list. So now I am set. Let me just copy. No, I cannot copy because I have to pass it as a pair. A comma 1, B comma 2, C comma 3. A is not defined, yeah, because it will treat everything as a variable if we do not enclose it in a single quote. If it is enclosed in a single quote, it will be a key now. Okay. Now if I check my dict 4, you see A is a key, 1 is the associated value with it. So that's what I meant as passing a pair of list of or set of key value pairs to it. This I have passed a set of list of key value pairs. Now let me pass a set of key value pairs. Okay, what I mean by that? The same dict 4 dot update. Let's say D, E, F. Okay, values it can be same 1, 2, and 3. Now instead of this, I am passing set of key value pairs now. Okay, so what happens if I pass it like this? Instead of list of key value pairs, I am passing set of key value pairs. Okay, it says unhashable type set. Why? Because set of sets is a nested set which is not supported. I have to pass it as a list of key value pairs in the form of set. Now if I check my dict 4, see we had earlier A, B, C with values 1, 2, 3 respectively. Now in this update, second update method, I have passed set of key value pairs, right? Set of key value pairs, right? So this is a set, right guys? If we pass some elements without key value pair within curly braces, it will be treated as set, right? So we have covered this in our previous video. So I am passing set of key value pairs in the list and I am updating this my dict 4 variable. Now what happens is D will be a key, 1 will be a value associated with it. You can see here E 2, E is a key, 2 is a value associated with it. Similarly F and 3, F and 3. Okay, because it is a set, you see the difference here. Sets are unordered collection, right? It was our luck we got D and E as a key here, but in this case 3 is returned as a key, F is returned as our value. So this one you have to keep in mind. It's always better not to use sets while updating any dictionary, because you never know, if we want to have something as key and another thing as value, they may get interchanged if we are passing them as a set of key value pair. So keep that in mind. So this is about update method. Let's check the next method, my dict 4 dot. So update is done, then values. So if we check the definition of values, it will return a set of values in this particular dictionary. So as expected, it will only return the values. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 to F, 1, 2, 3, 1 to F. Okay, so this has returned as the set of list of values. The values method will return as the list of values. Now, if we check the next available methods, we are done with everything except clear and copy, right? So let's say I am executing clear on this one. So what does clear method does? It removes all the items from this particular dictionary. So if I execute it, now if I check my dict4 and see, all the elements are gone because we are executing clear on this particular dictionary. So this is about clear. Let's say my dict4 is equal to, now I have to check the copy method, right? That's the only one remaining, because we have seen all other methods available. Now we are about to see copy. So what this copy does, it creates a shallow copy of D, right? It creates a shallow copy of D. When it creates a shallow copy, we have to assign it to one variable in order to access that particular copy. Otherwise, that will be lost. We cannot access it. Exists in the memory, but that will not be accessible because we have not given any variable name to that particular memory address. Okay. Now let's say my dict4 is equal to my dict1.copy. Before to that, let us check the contents of my dict1. So it has name Shankar, place India, occupation none. Now if I execute copy and check the contents of my dict, you will see name Shankar, place India, occupation none, because it's a copy of my dict1. Again, copy returns a shallow copy. If you want to know what is meant by shallow copy, please go and refer to my video which is titled as shallow copy versus deep copy. I have explained it clearly with an example there. Okay, the difference. Since we have come across this shallow copy, we can also have nested dictionaries. Okay, what do I mean by nested dictionaries? So let me create a variable nested dict1. If I can have key 1, value 1, okay, then if I want to have key 2, I can have dictionary as my values. Okay, value key 3, value 3, key 4, value 4. Okay, value 4. This is my key 2. For key 2, another dictionary is a value, and the items of that particular dictionary is key 3, value 3, key 4, value 4. So this is a dictionary within this dictionary, right? We can, right? You understood, right? So this is a dictionary, whole is a dictionary, but inside we have another dictionary, correct? If I execute it and then check my nested dict1, you will see value 1, key 2, and this is the value. Now if I say nested dict1 of or dot get, let me execute a get method and pass key 2. Now it will return me this dictionary because this dictionary itself is a value for this particular key 2. So this is one of the types of nested dictionaries. Okay, so hope you guys understood till now whatever I have taught you. If you guys have any questions, reach out to me in comments. Thanks one and all. Bye bye.